What if your labs are showing multiple issues in your body? Maybe your inflammation markers are up. Maybe your mitochondria aren't functioning well. Or maybe your hormones are all over the place. How can you possibly say there's nothing wrong with your body when everything feels wrong? I get it. I have been there. I wanted to believe recovery was possible, but saying nothing's wrong with my body initially felt like I was gaslighting myself. Here's something I want to be super clear about. Adopting a nervous system approach does not mean that your symptoms are in your head. Your symptoms are very real, but that does not mean that they are stemming from a permanent damage or an incurable disease in the body. Instead, they may be caused by a chronic danger or stress response rooted in the brain and nervous system. For me, one of the biggest turning points in my health journey happened when I began to understand how the brain and nervous system actually work. You see, the brain and nervous system are responsible for most of our bodily functions. If the nervous system isn't functioning optimally, it makes sense that all these other bodily functions will get impacted as well. So, my original narrative that 100 things are wrong with me was not really accurate. What started to seem more realistic was that one thing was wrong, which was causing my 100 different symptoms. Changing this narrative gave me a lot of hope because trying to fix one thing seemed a lot more doable than trying to fix 100 different things. When things finally started to make sense, I started to believe in the possibility of recovery. My hope is that this video will be your next step toward finding hope and recovery. So let's break down some facts about the brain and nervous system. Your brain and nervous system have two important states, the danger mode and the safety mode. When your brain perceives a danger, physical, emotional, or even when the memory of an unresolved trauma from the past comes up, it sends out signals to other parts of the brain and the body to initiate the danger or stress response. This is the sympathetic branch of the nervous system getting activated. During the stress response, your body goes through a number of different changes to prioritize survival. This means the everyday functions of the body are not being carried out as effectively as before. Digestion, not optimal. Immune system function gets suppressed. Hormones, your body is flooded with stress hormones that cause lots of wear and tear in the body. The sympathetic response of the nervous system is like going to an ER with a life threatening injury. The doctor isn't worried about anything other than your survival. Once the danger is gone, the sympathetic state deactivates and the parasympathetic nervous system takes over so that your body can go back into healing and repair mode. This is when digestion improves, hormones regulate, immune function kicks in, and the entire body goes back to functioning the way it is supposed to. But if your brain thinks you're constantly under threat, your body never gets to enter that healing state. It remains stuck in a chronic stress response, and that's when symptoms show up. A lot of them. Let's look at what the research has to say about chronic stress and what it does to the body. Chronic stress plays a role in central sensitization, which is a form of nervous system dysregulation, causing the brain and spinal cord to become highly sensitive, leading to different types of chronic pain. Chronic stress changes brain structures that regulate mood, hormones, and immune function. Chronic stress can disrupt cellular processes, for instance, mitochondrial function. Mitochondria are very important for energy and vitality in the body. Chronic stress can lead to impaired organ function and disease. Chronic stress slows healing and recovery, and it triggers widespread inflammation in the body. Chronic stress can weaken protective immune responses, which can lead to frequent or chronic infections. It can also promote abnormal immune responses. Think of autoimmunity and increased vulnerability to diseases such as cancer. Chronic stress is one of the most underestimated disruptors of the brain and body. It systematically impacts the nervous system, immune system, musculoskeletal system, different organs and glands. But here's something powerful. Chronic stress and the associated changes in the body are reversible. You can change your nervous system state from danger to safety. The brain is plastic. That means it can change. This is the principle of neuroplasticity. And it's because of neuroplasticity, your brain can learn to feel safe again. This is what nervous system recovery is all about, helping your brain and body shift out of the chronic danger and stress response and back into a state of healing and safety. I have done it, and so can you. And this is why I say remission from chronic symptoms is absolutely possible.